We're on? Hello. I'm just gonna start recording as well. Let's hope the game doesn't have a heart attack, but I'm just gonna record because I need some of the footage today. Steady on the right, steady on the left. We are live. Hello and welcome to Extreme Gameplays. Today is God of War 3's birthday. The best game of all time. Turns 14 today. And I can't wait to play it. It's gonna be a 2-part stream, hopefully. Like after I eat in like 3 hours, I'm gonna come back and stream. Hopefully to stream before Captain Cuba starts his stream, so that we can kind of both work it out, rather than have 2 streams go on. And here we are. I'm just sharing it to Twitter. I'm just setting up the stream right now. Today's run is gonna be Blade of Olympus only. It's gonna be hella interesting. I'm gonna be using this costume. This costume doesn't really... The Phantom of Chaos doesn't add any damage or anything. He just adds more red orbs. We're not gonna be upgrading or anything. I'm not gonna be using red orbs. I'm gonna be using the Blades of Athena to showcase the new Rage tech that I found out recently. God of War 3 14th anniversary chill stream. And then we shall start. I know I've started the stream early for a lot of my viewers. It's early right now. Like I think it's 9 AM or something. Okay, everyone in the stream, can you guys hear the game? Can you hear the game? Can you hear me? Dreadlock guy, is this Dreadlocks? This is not Dreadlocks. Look at him. This is the Phantom of Chaos. Is it the Phantom of Chaos or Phantom of Pain? I forgot. Hold on. Hello, everybody. Phantom of Chaos. There's the Forgotten Warrior that is also kind of cool. Morpheus is really awesome. Should I go with Morpheus? Morpheus has a really nice armor. I'm just gonna keep on going with this. This looks really beautiful. The armor is amazing. I love these little spikes on his shoulder. They look very, very good. You know, I'm gonna put my face cam over it. These little spikes right here, where my face cam is right now. They look really good. Early stream. Ew. What's up, Zesty? Welcome. Is the game audio good? Game is low. I'm gonna up it a little bit. Actually, I'm gonna up it all the way, it seems. This is gonna be the normal audio. I'm gonna up it to here for the cutscene. Let's start. It's gonna be a new game plus. Blade of Olympus from the start. Let's hit it with the best intro of all time.
My vengeance ends now.
Can't hear your man. Hello. Okay.
My brothers, we were forged in victory.
Tell them.
A victory that ended the Great War and brought forth the reign of Mount Olympus.
Born from the depths of the underworld.
Rooted in the river of souls, our mountain emerged out of the chaos.
As it grew, so too did the mighty of the Olympians.
He created a
World
world
of
of peace, a world of prosperity,
A world that lives in the shadow and safety of my mountain. A mountain that has come to be the absolute measure of strength and power. Let's go. Best intro, Dick Riding. This is the best intro.
Now, on this day,
That power is to be tested. The mortal Kratos seeks to destroy all that I have wrought. Brothers! Put aside the grievances that have splintered us for so long. We will unite. We will stand together. And I will wipe out this plague.
Olympus
Will prevail. Best game. Look at the lineup. Look at the roster. The Oko taught me to love this intro. Yes! Zeus! Your son has returned.
I bring the destruction of Olympus!
Tell him!
The Titans will fail again.
Let's go. So today's run is going to be God of War 3 Blade of Olympus only. I can use the magic with the Blades of Athena. And I've recently learned to activate the Rage mode right after the magic starts to increase the damage of the magic attack. Since it deals very poor damage, it deals level 1 Blades of Exile damage. We can do that to every Blades of Athena attacks, but we're not here to use the Blades of Athena today. We're here to use the Blade of Olympus today. Now this is some genius marketing on my end, thank you very much. As you've seen recently on the channel and in my streams, I talk about the Blade of Olympus a lot. This is all my scheme, by the way. I'm planning to do a Blade of Olympus comparison. That's why all the Blade of Olympus talk. I hope the stream never lags today. Another unskippable cutscene straight after 10 seconds of gameplay. Truly the best game of all time. Hey, it is what it is. The game starts being better at the cutscene thingies later on. The armor looks beautiful. Look at that ass, I mean skirt. I knew one was still left. Let's go. How cooked Blade of Olympus video is right now? It's about to start the editing process. I chopped down the audio. Let's go. The Blade of Olympus any good? It is only good, it's a bit twisted how good or bad it is. Most of its pros are owing to it being a rage mode. Most of its cons is owing to it being a rage mode. So I don't know really how to describe it. Like it has baller hit properties, but that's a lot of that is owing to it being a rage mode. We're allowing grabs and fleece. If fairies happen, it is what it is. I'm not taking a hit from that, sir. Thank you very much. I've learned a lot from the Oko. You're not hurting me today. Let's go. Catch a god of a food there from the ass of Zeus. Come here. Have you recorded the final part of Apollo? If I hear Apollo Pain Plus one more time, how would you change it? I mean, allow the rage mode to stay on for twice the time that it stays on for. You know, make it a tactical rage mode, just like God of War Ragnarok. But there's a lot that I would change, but I don't really dive into what I would change in the comparison video. I mostly just talk about the blade. Can't really think of a lot of things that I would change until I get on a script. God of War when Prince of Battle walks in. I don't know who that is, Lucid, but I'm a big fan. Bro said Blade of Olympus. That's what I said, yes. If I hear Apollo Pain Plus one more time, it'll keep going on. The Chronicles of the Blade of Olympus. Or, I mean, the Apollo Pin Plus, sorry. Let's go. Knockback or something. Oh my god. So this was and still is my favorite God of War game. For many reasons that I might touch on to tonight in a video explaining what God of War 3 means to me. I'll try to put it into words. I'll try to have some bullet points. I can't put it into a script. It's gonna have to be me rambling. See, I love this armor piece so much. The songs that's playing right now, I think it's called Tides of Chaos. Imagine Kratos blowing the when activating Rage of Sparta. He doesn't mention Ghost of Sparta too much either. What's up? Okay, don't keep on typing that. I'm sure YouTube is gonna pick up something from the chat and demonetize the whole stream. So please don't. Didn't you already make a video about how God of War 3 changed your life? Nah, this is gonna be a different video. Some different dick riding with this next video. It's Cliffs of Olympus playing. Is it the Cliffs of Olympus? I love how they took this dash attack from the Ender of the Light hit, this one, and just put it in God of War Ragnarok. It's very, very good. They put it as a standalone attack. Cliffs of Olympus, but okay. I thought that part that's playing is called Tides of Chaos. I'm also still dick riding God of War 3. Awesome. As much as I like God of War 3 art style and God of War 2, God of War 1 beats it for me. God of War 1's art style? My favorite goes God of War 2, then God of War 3, then God of War 1. Let's fight the second boss in here. Is the stream lagging right now? If the stream's lagging, I might have to stop recording. So just let me know if the stream starts lagging at any moment. If the stream starts lagging, I know it's because of the recording. Get that ass off of me, boy. Get his ass down. The music in here is something else. Destroy! I wish Poseidon actually went through Gaia's mouth so we wouldn't need to hear her annoying scream every playthrough. Her screams are not annoying. This is my Pookie beer. My pocket sage. I don't know what pocket sage means. Some Discord terms for anime waifus, I guess. Or I might be totally mistaken. Tell Zesty if he is totally mistaken. Name of the track? I think it's on YouTube. I think it's called The Leviathan, but I might be mistaken. Because these are not supposed to be Leviathans or something. I don't know. Let me activate one more thing that I forgot to activate. Aphrodite's condom, yeah. I can't believe this game is 14 years old. It's almost gonna be considered an adult, just like God of War 2 in a couple of years. God of War 2 turned 17 2 days ago. Had a bad streaming experience with that one. This is now turning 14. God of War 1 is gonna turn 20? No, 19, I think. Yeah, 19. In March 22nd. I'm gonna turn 23 in March 31st. Just saying. The attacks are very good in here, but what good is it when the rage runs out so fast? I'll touch on them all in the comparison video, trust. It's just that I wish... I don't know, there's a lot that you would change about the rage mode in this game. As I said, most of the blessing that it gets is because of its a rage mode. Most of the pros. But at the same time, most of the cons come from it being a rage mode too. It's weird.
You challenge me, mortal. A god of Olympus! The true warrior does not hide, Poseidon! Leave the sea and face me! You have disrespected the gods for the last time, Kratos.
Poseidon, man. Notice how I'm activating rage as I activate the magic attack. If you haven't noticed it, it is what it is. God of War 3 is 14, almost an adult. What does Zesty mean by this? I just meant that it's almost gonna be considered an adult. The destruction that I just dealt to this man's pride. Let's go. Gears 3 is 14. You going down the dark route? It's a game. The dark arts of Zesty are about to start. Didn't you play God of War 3 like a week ago though? I play it every day. But when it comes to streaming, yes I did. This dude about to be Poseidon himself after Kratos is done with him. Yes, Lucid. I'm about to Poseidon the whole game. That's that. Chains of Olympus is 16 years old. 1 is 19, 2 is 17, and Ghost of Sparta will turn 14 in November. Damn. These games are getting old. They outdated with an outdated camera and outdated controls. How dare you roll away with the right analog rather than turn the camera? Fuck off. Through the hearts of millions of the viewers. Into a full collision throw. PS3 is almost legal then. PS3 came out in 2006. Tell me, Kratos, has my wife edged another God of War? Oh no! We're not about to go down this rabbit hole again. I rewatched the God of War 2 chill streams. We're not doing this whole brain rot stream again. No matter how many gods are rising, there will always be another to have an edging session.
They will fall as
Edging streak.
the death of Olympus means the death of us all.
Then prepare to get rizzed, Poseidon. Look, you can't control it, okay? I just realized. You say I'm not about to brain rot the stream. Then you brain rot the stream. I'm not done. That armor piece on his shoulder is beautiful. Whoever designed this armor. Look at this. Man! That armor piece is the bane of my... is the love of my bane's existence. It's the bane of my bane. We is not done, boy. When is Ascension's birthday? It's in a couple of days that passed. You can activate Rage. No Grab Run Plus is finished, it simply won't be uploaded. Retirement means content creation will cease. You only uploaded for a year though. I will have my gat. I will have my gat! Chill stream, Kratos beats the shit out of Poseidon. Hey, we're chill, okay? We're chill. I hope I'm gonna be able to keep on talking for like the next 3 hours. Cause me is fasting. When is God of War Betrayal's birthday? That game does not exist, I'm sorry.
Kratos, the death of Zeus is
Kissed Poseidon goodnight. Bro, we clawed his eyes goodnight. That's the neat part. You don't get to keep this one. Ascension is the forgotten child that no one gives a fuck about. I give some fucks about it, but you can't deny its flaws. I said might. You might. Maybe you should have played the Japanese version for censorship and shit. Nah, for censorship I'm just gonna go with this. You know me. I edit my streams in real time. What will you do, father? You can no longer hide behind the skirts of Athena. Athena is dead because of the rage that consumes you, Kratos. What more will you destroy? The hands of death could not defeat me. The sisters of fate could not hold me. And you will not see the end of this day. I will have my revenge! No, child, I will tolerate your insolence no more! This is why I love Zeus. He keeps his hoes in check. Look at this man. He sent this skyscraper down with ease. Zesty rizzing Zeus? Yes, sir. Yeah! I can edge no longer.
If I help you, we will both
You can no longer edge behind the Riz of Athena. Nah, man. We actually might need to stop right now. Why do you need to pay 170 euros to play God of War 1, 2, and Ascension for a year? And it's a streaming service, meaning it sucks.
Kratos, you were a simple pawn, nothing more. Zeus is no longer your
The
concern.
ultimate betrayal. This is God of War betrayal.
Not yours.
Boom. Gaia! You're alive, Helios! Zesty edging Zeus? Hell no, man. Doing this in Ramadan is crazy. Why? It's a game.
I have died as a god. Having suffered the ultimate sacrifice, I have been denied release.
God of our Ascension.
I will defeat Olympus. I will have my
edge. The burnout should indeed stop. Look, brain rot has its time and space and place, right? You can't go an entire stream saying, yo, edging, yo, edging streak, yo, Riz. You can't keep on doing that. Only Zesty and CS care about Ascension. Look, I value that it's an old God of War trying something different. But it's just, I mean, some of the stuff are questionable that they pull. Very questionable. It has some flaws that you can't overlook. Mechanics that suddenly don't want to work sometimes. Things not working like they supposed to work, like statues HP or stage hazards not dealing killer damage like they used to. Hades.
We are not finished, Zeus.
The gates of Hades have never held me.
Death cannot hold those with purpose, Kratos.
Athena.
Athena,
I have missed you, Spartan.
I don't.
My sacrifice to save Zeus has brought me to a higher existence.
You still appear to be an Olympian.
Appearances can be deceiving, Kratos.
So can the children of Olympus.
Perhaps. But remember,
My death came by your blade.
My blade was meant for Zeus.
Be quick with your words.
as we speak, the war for Olympus rages on, and mankind suffers.
Let them
Let
suffer.
them suffer.
The death of Zeus is all that matters.
Zeus will not fall as easily as Ares. To destroy the king of the gods, you must seek the source of his strength, the flame of Olympus.
You once sacrificed yourself to save Zeus, and now you seek to destroy him? What has brought about this change?
I see
Brede sufu egizairu. Brede sufu egizairu. In the Japanese, that's what she says.
perhaps
These will
earn
turn back your trust. These are the blades of Athena.
They will help guide you on your journey to the flame.
You might be confused saying, why do they look like this? They're supposed to look like this, actually. But we have this active. I keep these on so that I can keep on using Divine Reckoning.
There is no hope for mankind. Destroy the flame, Kratos, and the very foundations of Olympus will crumble.
We need Cestos for the God of War remake. They need to, yeah, they need to add me in the remake. As a voice actor. Yes, please. Hold on. Since we're going broken mode, might as well. Where is it? There. Do I not have rage? I don't have rage. Okay, in the meantime, I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna use the Blaze of Athena. A lot. It is odd that I don't have the Blade of Olympus. I gotta get to it somehow then. I gotta speedrun my way to the Blade of Olympus then. Icarus suits you? These are the blades of Rizli. Rizile. We need Zesty as a Skibidi NPC in God of War Remake. Honestly, Skibidly? Yes. Just use magic, man. I can't only use magic. It is the Blade of Olympus, but it is odd that I can't use the magic attack though. This is still New Game Plus, but I guess you'll lose your magic at your not magic attack, your Blade of Olympus. I have done a Rage of Sparta run only before using Fear Kratos. Was it always like this? I don't remember it always being like this. Is this the Nemean Zestus? This is Nemean Zestus speaking, yes. I just want to speedrun my way till I get the Blade of Olympus. Honest to God, that's what I'm trying to do. I always thought you would have the Blade of Olympus here. Blade of Olympus. Foul. No thanks, bro. This is gonna be the loop, in case we ever do a Blades of Athena Oko. This is the loop instead of the combat grapple. Boom. I said boom. When I say boom, you instantly gotta die. Spartan Skibidi Gwen said, yes. Lo-fi music to kill some Spartans too, or I guess the other way around. Eliminate all. That's right. And it's done. Encounter beautifully done. No damage. Trial of Archimedes? No. That's a flawed encounter throughout. They tried to create a final stretch as legendary as God of War 2, or God of War 3, or God of War 1, and they couldn't. Simply what it comes down to. Horrible. Horrible. No final stretches like God of War 2. None. Or even God of War 3. Or God of War 1. But God of War 2 is like the best, I think. Like you're fighting Lachesis, then the Loom Chamber, then the big Clotho puzzle fight, then Zeus. God of War 2 is a different beast when it comes to that. Wait, what's happening? Are they clipping through something? I think they are. Lag alert. Lag alert is not anymore. Bro, I am lagging. Did the stream start lagging like crazy? Just skip this? You know? Thank you.
Keep the flames away.
Thanks for reminding me. I have the bow. I'm not gonna. Your ass will not get burned today. Or kill him presiding. Keep the blade. You forgot the glitch to keep the blade. There's a glitch to keep the blade. I'm kind of confused. Before killing Poseidon, you forgot the glitch to keep the blade. I didn't know there's a glitch to keep the blade of Olympus. It lagged like hell. Is it still lagging? If it's lagging, I'm gonna have to end the recording. Kratos, please go. Thank you. The worst thing about a stream is it lagging. When it lags, it's a whole different beast. Unrecognizable. Only some people in the stream talk to me. God of War Ascension is a God of War game released for the PS3 in 2013. Yes. It was God of War Ascension's anniversary the other day. I just didn't feel like playing it for some reason. It was just not the day to play Ascension, man. It's fine now. It's not lagging anymore. Awesome. The moment it lags, just tell me, guys. Spam it. Because if it lags this time, I'm gonna just have to end the recording and hope that the stream never lags again. Are you playing on PS5? Yes, this is on PS5. The Condemned, fueled by fear. Defeat all the lost souls and the minions that determine there's something. Is this Apollo Kratos? No, this is the Phantom of Chaos. It's nice seeing civilians again, you know? God of War JP, you know, the Japanese version, does not have these civilians. It's some quote-unquote soldiers to depict that Kratos is not a war criminal when he is. Oko strats. Oko strats. Give me that. Wow. I got sweeped by it. Honestly, this and God of War 2 deserve a remake for PS5. They don't deserve a remake. Just port it, please. The story is easily the weakest in the trilogy for starters. The environments also don't do much for me. Aside from the final area with the sisters and the chariot set piece. You mean God of War 2? Please don't tell me you mean God of War 2. I made it a rule to only use the Blades of Athena, otherwise I'd be going ham on the Minotaur. You might see me use the bow of Apollo from time to time too, but it is what it is. Stop for a minute. Die. Or die with this, I don't know. Die with something. Slight lag. I'm gonna end the recording. Screw the recording. My laptop just cannot handle recording and streaming, it seems. God of War 2 is the second best God of War game. For me, it is the second best. But God of War 3 is just the best, and it's way ahead of the competition. It's not like any game is close to it. Thank you for the assist. Shouldn't have shattered that Minotaur, if I'm being honest. I love how this magic attack looks. But that's about where the Lich King ends. Boom. That's that. Why is God of War 3 looks and playstyle better than modern games? Because this game is a masterpiece that will stand the test of time forever. God of War 3 is a masterpiece contender for the best PS3 game. PS3 has a lot of awesome games. That's the problem. For me, this is the best game, but I understand when people say, "Yo, I like Uncharted 2 as my favorite game," or The Last of Us, or Uncharted 3. Like, there are some other games too, like I'm talking exclusives. PS3 is the GOAT. It is my favorite console generation, and it's just my favorite console is the PS3. Just like it has all the God of War games. It has ports of God of War 1 and 2. It has God of War 3, the best game of all time. It has God of War Ascension. It has God of War Chains of Olympus and Ghosts of Sparta. And then it has a lot more things too, like other than just what I mentioned. A lot of other games too. Like Metal Gear Solid 4, I think is only on this console. It's basically trapped on a PS3, which I will buy it hopefully. But I still have yet to make it there. Hold on, please stop spamming. No spam in my chat, please. Remember the times with no admin or no mod in the chat? Not admin, mod. Good times. Now, if you may. Boom. Beep. 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 Dead. We're close to getting the Blade of Olympus.
Father?
How can you fly? Search up God of War 3 Jet Dash tutorial.
Oh,
Metal Gear Rising. Yeah, PS3 has everything I would ever need for the rest of my
I
life.
know who
It
you
has
are.
DMC1, DMC3,
They said you would
DMC4. It has Dark Souls, it has Demon Souls.
Show yourself, Hades. Another one of your tricks.
Like, it has a lot of games that I can name right now that I can just live with for the rest of my life.
Coward.
Especially God of War 3. Like, God of War 3, as I said, is so ahead of the competition. Like, it's in its own realm when it comes to favorite thing of all time. And this doesn't have to do with pure nostalgia or anything. Like, this is not even my first God of War game. It took me a lifetime to get to this game. It's just a lot to do with the current things that I play with, the mechanics that it has. Of course, my story and, you know, relationship with the game does have a lot to do with the fact that it's my favorite. But mostly it is just about the game being as good as it is. Just looking this good, awesome music, awesome mechanics, awesome everything. Good man. With the tackle, beautiful. Damn, this thing sucks when it comes to damage. Hold on, like, can I actually not activate the blade? I don't know how my first Rage of Sparta run went with Fjord Kratos. Like, did I have Rage at this point? Or did I start somewhere else when I got the Rage mode? Why does Kratos say Zeus instead of Zeus? Is he stupid? He loves Zeus. That's the gist of it. My people need me. Keep having fun. Damn. So yeah, today I decided to make it a special run. Since in my streams, I like offering something rather than it being a casual walkthrough. Like, this is why I'm not really... This is why I'm not streaming, you know, a lot of Ragnarok Valhalla. I have nothing to offer. You saw me stream God of War 4 a while back. But you know, you could have the argument that these are chill streams. You're not meant to offer something, some baller gameplay or whatever. But still, like, if God of War Ragnarok's anniversary happens, I'll be playing Valhalla. Or God of War 4's anniversary. With your stupid ass. We're about to get the Blade of Olympus and then the run shall commence. Man, God of War 2 music. They literally poured their asshole into God of War 2 soundtracks. Like, the soundtracks could be used for the next 10 games and it would be fun. God of War 3 reuses a lot of God of War 2 soundtracks. They just did not want to waste them. And I believe they did good. These tracks are too good to be played in one game. God of War 2 has a lot of ambience tracks, hype tracks, tragedy tracks, all types of tracks, cinematic tracks. And these guys knew how to milk it. I'd love to do this encounter, but I gotta go. I have a blade to get. Y'all are not doing a Ragnarok anniversary till I play the game? We're gonna have to do it, man. I'm sorry. When is God of War Ragnarok's anniversary? I'm gonna have to look it up. Hold on.
Leave me be. I tell you, I have paid the price.
Calm yourself, Smith God. Ragnarok release date.
Ghost of Sparta.
November.
It is you.
Okay.
Well.
Interesting.
I thought Zeus would have killed you by now.
I thought you would have escaped this cavern by now.
Zeus may have imprisoned me here, but you are the reason.
God of War
I
is the
live in
best video game
torment.
franchise.
You know wrong,
It is my
Hephaestus.
favorite.
I pursue only one Olympian.
It's my favorite franchise,
as long as
followed
it's
by
only one
either
Olympian.
Resident Evil or Devil May Cry. Between these two, I don't really know. I'm sure it's Devil May
I
Cry.
seek the flame of Olympus. Do you know
November
For
9.
what purpose, Spartan?
For the purpose I have chosen.
So what happened to release date windows? I don't know. Like most games
All
nowadays
true
target
children
the
of Olympus know
November time,
we're all
October,
from
November,
power.
you know,
But don't
late
be
time in
fooled
the
by
year.
its enticing glow.
Is it like a scheme,
Neither
a
God
business
nor man
thing,
can touch
business
the
practice?
sinful flame.
I only need to
Hold on a
find
second. Okay.
If you can find your way out of the underworld, I'm sure you can find your way to the flame of Olympus.
Thing is, I think they do this because they want the games to stay fresh for the Game of the Year awards. I'm pretty sure that's the practice here. Which is understandable. Like, everyone is doing it. A lot of the games are doing it. Although you might see some release dates in earlier of the year that might still win Game of the Year nowadays. But I don't know, really. I can't really recall game release dates. There are a lot of God of Wars that came out in March. March is literally my month. is just great. Like God of War 1, God of War 2, God of War 3, Chains of Olympus, Ascension, even 2018, I believe. I don't know, I'm not sure. They all released in March. My birthday is on March. It's like March is literally my month. I just finished DMC 3. It has become my favorite DMC and one of my favorite games of all time. Now just imagine the amount of mechanics that you don't know about. Like, dive deeper into that game, man. The game has depth that is just so deep and interesting too. Like, at the moment, I prefer DMC 1 over any other DMC because it has interesting depth. It doesn't have the most depth. That goes to DMC 3 or maybe DMC 4. But it has interesting depth. You know, having Nightmare equipped, the punches deal more damage, or you know, your left hooks deal more damage, I should say. There's a lot of things about DMC 1. The combat flow, the enemies, the encounter structure is much more, you know, strategic, I would say.
Kratos?
How do you know of me?
You're the ghost of Sparta.
Mine is
Everyone
November.
knows who you are.
Awesome. 2018 was
Everyone is
April.
afraid of you.
Was it delayed at the time? I think it was.
I'm not afraid of you.
It is good you're not afraid, child.
Fear is a heavy burden.
I'm not a child, Kratos.
It does not matter what you are. My concern lay elsewhere. Think dumb. I just paused the stream for a second. I just wanted to not lag, for the love of God. I turned off the connection on my PS5 in the hopes of the stream not lagging. Your stream is lagging. Thank you guys. Keep on warning me whenever the stream lags. And we got the blade again.
You have regained the blade of Olympus. Let the rage of Sparta fuel your blade.
I love this weapon. Not lagging anymore. I hope it is better now. I really stopped everything that was going on. Should I start recording again? I'm gonna start recording again just to experiment. Maybe it's fixed now. Why is everything maxed out already? Just a new game plus glitch. Whoa, I thought it would do the drop attack. These guys swung before I could even drop. Insane. Stream is smooth. Awesome. Yesterday was awesome. How was y'all Friday? It was awesome for me too. Grab him. So from here on, the run officially begins. Blade of Olympus only. Thank you. These attacks are dealing some quite the damage, even when my rage is active. But the rage is good for tanking attacks as well. Awesome. That last attack deals some nice damage and knockback. It's just not. It just might not be worth the build up, because it takes long. Use the blades in the animation. Oko failed. Restart right now. Restart the entire game, please. Thank you very much. Boom, boom, boom. It's Saturday. It is Saturday. Remove Genshin Impact from the world. It should be Genshin out of this world. The rage mode in this game is good against small enemies. See, like the dogs, for example, and how dangerous they are. Or these small enemies, even the other golden legionnaires too. Since it has nice impact when it hits an enemy, it interrupts no matter what. You know, owing to it being a rage mode, of course. There you go. The rage mode in this game brings me more trouble than good. If not used carefully, it is bound to wreck your gameplay rather than help you with it.
Welcome, Spartan. Come in. Make yourself at home.
Hello, I'm a big fan. Welcome to the stream. Now, fighting flying enemies with the Blade of Olympus could prove problematic. Like, you don't really have attacks that reach the air, per se. Dead. I love this string so much. It gives a lot of mobility to the fight. Like, you're already mobile and fast in God of War 3. The attacks with the Blade of Olympus just make Kratos move forward so much. You can dodge attacks with it. Positioning game is at its best when the blade is activated. And you can cancel out of a lot of attacks by simply rolling away. That's also great. Is this your favorite game? Yes. This your game, champ? This your game? Die. Through the wall. Awesome. This man is so aggressive when the rage is active. He literally goes Super Saiyan. He can attack hitboxes by just running towards them. Or like, you know, when an enemy's trying to attack you and you happen to touch that enemy while the rage is active, it interrupts their attack. It is so great in that regard. If only it did double the damage that it does. Yeah, is Infinite Rage due to Zeus Eagle artifact? Yes. I have Zeus Eagle active and Aphrodite's Garter, so that I can have the Blaze of Athena, so that I can do the magic attack that uses the Blade of Olympus. I platted this game. I did a full all achievements run the other day. I forgot one. I didn't get one trophy, and it was the one in the labyrinth where you can't die or fail at all. You have to beat the entire labyrinth in a permadeath mode. I didn't get that trophy because of a glitch, so I basically got it, just not officially in the game. It was a nice thing. It was in the God of War Japanese version. Look at this. Boom, boom, boom. And beep. Again, I really love how they turned it into a standalone attack. You know, this one? Or maybe this last one. They turned it into a standalone attack in Ragnarok. You just hold triangle. Very beautiful. And it closes the distance so much. I talk about it in deep details when playing, when the comparison comes, hopefully. It adds so much mobility to God of War Ragnarok's combat. So much speed and aggression that was much needed, truthfully. You know, you close the distance on a foe that is far away with the Blade of Olympus. Very, very good rendition. I'm not gonna spoil any more of the comparison. I haven't really spoiled anything. I just don't want to talk about it anymore. So yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to finish God of War 3 today. I'm gonna try to eat at like around 6:15 p.m. By the time I'm done, I'm gonna have to try to, you know, quickly return to the stream. Because I don't want to stream at the same time Captain Cuba's on, you know? That would kind of mess up the flow of God of War streams. Like 2 God of War 3 streams at the same time might not be the best. Hold on, what happens if I fight these guys up here? Since I have the Blade of Olympus, I need something that hits them from up high. I once stood here and Big V said piss on them. Imagine. Oh, I thought that would touch this one last harpy. So the strat against harpies is to leave them, to let them slam the ground, then punish. Look at how much Kratos moves with each attack. Okay, Harpy, I'm gonna need you to... Thank you. See how much he moves with each attack? I love a lot about the Rage of Sparta in this game. Like, it's great that you can activate Zeus Eagle and just play the game as the Blade of Olympus being another secondary rather than a Rage Mode super state. Because that's what it is. It's a super state that takes away normal control. You can no longer jump. You can no longer block. So, given its nature, it's supposed to deal a lot of damage, but it doesn't deal a lot of damage. But as I said, it is very good against small enemies. Or you might throw it on in some 1v1 scenarios. Like maybe one Cyclops is left. And you know you can deal a lot of damage. You haven't got the Cestus yet or something. That's when you can use it and actually destroy. Have some effect. It speeds up some stuff. Guess I missed it then. What costume are you using right now? This is the Phantom of Chaos. Very beautiful costume. God of War 3's costumes are very beautiful. Like, look at this shoulder thing on his... Look at that. That shoulder piece. Very beautiful armor. Why did I show his crotch at the end? Let's go. You should say, I have not forgotten it was you who risked my beautiful gat when Hades says this bullshit. No. Today is not the brain rot day.
So glad you could carve out some time for us. You know, we need it.
Bye, y'all. I'm a bit tired. Goodbye, Dimitri.
Blood between us, Kratos.
Zesty, why are you so underrated? I'm not underrated.
The memories, they're overwhelming. Many sins have you committed against me? Did you murder my niece, Athena? What else? The sun. You never queen.
Let's fight him. See, this thing has a lot of hit properties because it's a rage mode, of course. Your queen tried to collapse the whole Greece, Hades. He does not want to understand. We have to beat the understanding out of him. Nice try. No, Sonny. Boom. Try harder next time, bitch. That's what I'm talking about. This is what I mean when I say Kratos moves a lot when he's attacking. You could avoid taking damage by simply moving so much. Let's go. This is my favorite boss fight in the entire game. It just tests a lot of your movement, a lot of your combat options, a lot of styles of play. Yo, it's done! I never beat him that way before. I have uploaded a Kratos vs Hades video, Blade of Olympus only, but this fight was much better. Some better use of positioning happened back there. And now this phase. I wish we could activate Rage Mode in here to deal more damage. Since the Blade of Olympus is boosting the damage of the Blades of Athena, so don't see why we're not able to. Boom, boom, boom. See, like, this is why this is my favorite boss. He switches up the game so much. It used to be Zeus, but I kind of prefer Hades now since he's so challenging and fun in a great balanced way. And there's just a lot of ways you fight him. Like the normal fight, then the fight where he's stationary, then the when he returns and he's much bigger and all that. Returning back to the 4 screen makes the camera change like this. Very beautiful. I used to not know that you can block here until I did a no block run, no evade run. Oddly enough. The Hades is just a lot of fun challenge. And a lot of game, fight switching things. Thing with Zeus is it's very great to fight him in the 2D fight, then in the Heart of Gaia. Very nice mechanical fight. Like, I'm taking the fact that you can air grab him to death. I'm taking that out of the picture. That doesn't matter. That's one hell of a thing. Hell, grabbing a boss in the air. How awesome is that? That's a first. But like, mainly mechanically, Hades just I don't know. He tests a lot more than just combat. He tests your movement, your careful game, your crowd controlling skill, your one-on-one skill. Hades is just a lot. Look at this. And then there's this fight with the grapple points that is just so good. It's a lot about Hades that I can't begin to describe how much I like. Well, thanks. These grapple points are not quite like Sisters of Fate. They're kind of context sensitive in a way, but they're still really nice to play around with them like this and make him look like a fool. That's Hades. I wish I didn't fail that grab, but it is what it is. Like, a lot of different ways you fight him in, a lot of different fun challenging ways, and he's more challenging than Zeus, making him my favorite boss in the game. Grabbing Zeus midair is fucking dope. Very awesome. It is a very unique thing to a boss where you can grab him in the air. And we learn to exploit it. We can air grab him anytime we want. Zesty, what's your favorite boss fight? Out of all God of Wars, the Sisters of Fate. In God of War 3 is Hades. In God of War 1, it's Ares. In God of War Ascension is the double Furies fight. I go back and forth between that and, you know, Pollux and Castor, but I think the Furies fight is the best. It's so mini-gamey, where one flies away stationary, the other's chasing you. Like, I did a vanilla run chill stream of God of War Ascension the other day. Just watch how excited I got just for attacking them in a way. It's so rewarding when you get a lot of damage in. Anyways, in Ghost of Sparta, my favorite boss is it's of course Thanatos. Very mechanically fun and challenging. In Chains of Olympus, my favorite boss is Charon. He has a lot of movesets, a lot of stuff that you can get used to. In God of War 4, my favorite boss is Sigrun. No doubt about it. In God of War Ragnarok, it's Tyr. It used to be Nidhogg, but it changed to Tyr. Boom. Vaporize him. Anyways, in God of War Ragnarok, it is Tyr. Lately, Tyr's been my favorite. And I don't think that's gonna change. Tyr is just so good. He has a lot of attacks. He has a lot of gimmicks. He's so God of War-ish with the goons around him and all that. The strategy, the speed, the tech that he has. It's just so good. I'm gonna be right back after this cutscene, okay? Hold on a second. I'll be back in like 2 minutes.
Kratos! Can it be? Does this mean Lord Hades rules no longer?
The god of the underworld is dead.
Dead? Ah, Hades deserved to suffer, though I thought his death impossible.
Olympians overestimate themselves.
Interesting. I will keep that in mind, Spartan. You need the soul of a god to use the Hyperion Gate, Kratos. And that one has not been used for centuries. I'm sure it's broken, otherwise I would have seen my beautiful... You know, Kratos, I wasn't always like this. A monster. I was once the most prized craftsman in all of Olympus. Zeus rewarded me with my marriage to the beautiful Aphrodite. My mother, Hera, bragged of my talent. But the day you killed Ares was the day my world was torn from me. That day, Zeus became the fiend you now know. Worst of all, he took my beloved daughter, Pandora. My reason for living. I spend my time here trying to recreate her. I fail again and again. She still lives, Spartan. I can feel it. You, Kratos. You can bring her back to me.
Your child is not my concern.
But surely you can understand. You were once a father, too.
We are so back. When are you gonna do a God of War 1 chill stream? I don't know if you did one. Hold on. When are you gonna do a God of War 1 chill stream? March 22nd, so like 6 days from now, is gonna be God of War 1's anniversary. And I'll hopefully do a stream just like this. Just like I did for God of War 2 as well. Nothing so special, life being life as always. True gamers lifing. That's how you jump over them. Like, see, the rage is good for people like this, for example, that you can just wail on without any issues. See, like little dogs and all that, these annoying dogs, they can get destroyed with the rage mode. Since like you're hitting them with attacks that deal a lot of damage. And you're interrupting their stupid little thing where you can't hit them or whatever. And they dodge a lot. It is not a problem with the Blade of Olympus. See, like you directly attack them. That's why it's good. Since these guys love to dodge a lot. I think their odds of dodging is basically like the siren from God of War 1. You know, not the desert siren. I'm talking about the temple sirens. You know how much these guys love to dodge, and you gotta hit them with attacks that actually matter. Like, you know, like you gotta hit them with this to bounce them and do something. It's the same here with the dogs. They dodge just as much, or even, I think even more than God of War and Temple Sirens. So you gotta hit them constantly with attacks that actually touch them rather than, you know, meaningful attacks. Like, let me just show you something here. Let's see how many of these dogs dodge this next attack that I do. Just watch. See how all of them dodged? But look at when I attack, like this, for example. Hold on. I'm gonna show you what the Cyclone of Chaos does, since it's constant attacking with the blades. See? They're not, even if they dodge, they get caught back with the blast. That's why it's good. But like an attack like this that causes a nice knockback, they might dodge it. See, it's problematic, only 5 hits. But attacks like these plow through them. You gotta constantly attack them, even if it was Pain Plus or whatever it was you're doing. Attack them with actual attacks like this. Hell, even drop one of these on them. This, it's very, very good. Temple Tyrants? Fuck that shit. No JP version? No, there is no New Game Plus on that, on the PS3 port. But yeah, it is like the Temple Sirens. The level of their dodging is like them. I think even more. I really do not know. Now I'm gonna do my cool little Spider-Man trick that I always do. I hope we get Athena boss fight in the next game and Kratos will use old magic or old weapons. He can't use old magic since I think he destroyed Foam. Nice try. But I'm way too powerful to be stopped. So what you're trying to say is that Blade of Olympus is useful? Blade of Olympus is very useful, true gamer. You'll see in the comparison. The Blade of Olympus in this game is very useful. Like this next fight, I'm gonna do it without the infinite rage. Just to show the impact that you can have on the encounter. I'm gonna keep on doing the rage infinite thing. But I'm just gonna showcase what you can do with a actual rage meter that drains. It has its uses. It has its flaws, but also its uses. As I said early on the stream, most of the pros are owing to it being a rage mode. But at the same time, most of the cons are owing to it being a rage mode too. It's kind of a mixed bag. The only downside to this weapon is the damage. So like right now my rage does drop. I'll show you.
You live, Spartan. The blood of Kronos serves you well.
Quickly! You must help me!
Help you!
Yes, child! Quickly! I suffer greatly! I tried to return to battle, but
Without me!
you know I had no choice! You must help me!
Nah, fam. I don't feel like it. This is the place I said you can build rage in.
Kratos, do I be...
Welcome back, Giga Slayer. He can't use the old magic because I think he destroyed Zestos 2024. He destroyed the realm,
The Titans must take down
or the land of Greece.
No! This is my war, not yours.
So here, before grabbing this, just attack this to build up your rage. Simple as that. I'm gonna showcase a little bit of how useful the rage can be in this spot. It can be useful in a lot of other spots too. A lot of other spots. Just do a run where you try to use the rage mode. Other than just for cancels and, you know, try to use it for ring outs, for some setups, for a lot of things. Very, very good. Is it available in remastered version? I'm gonna try to do some things with it. Italian Zesty starts kissing Zeus. Italian Zesty starts kissing Zeus. Now I wanna wonder what possessed you to say that. You're gonna know what I mean when I say small enemies. I'm gonna restart the encounter shortly after using it, but you'll see. It being a rage mode gives it powers that other Blade of Olympus don't. And by powers I mean hit properties. Like first of all, let's clear these idiots. So let's say you're having your casual combat scenario with these guys. Then these dogs roll up, right? Watch what you can do. So one of these, and then you drop and then attack. Notice how you're interrupting every attack going on? Notice how many dogs you cleared. Now this could have been done a lot better if you just stood here, you know, like kind of set them up here for a couple of times, then activate the rage mode. It would have been a lot better. Again, as I said, it being a rage mode gives it hit properties that no other Blade of Olympus has. It interrupts any attack. You can run towards an enemy and it interrupts. Enemies attacking you, they kind of get pushed back. So tackling this blade in my comparison was kind of hard. I wanted to ring them out. Fucking damn it. But mostly you want to use the rage for something effective. Like let's say you bring all of them here. You want to do something smart, like drop with this, then do this. See? Just scatter all of them around like that. Doing something effective is better than trying to use it for the purpose of damage. Let's go. Oh, I think one more is gonna spawn. As I said, you pop it, you do something effective with it, you turn it off. That's the most you can do in a normal walkthrough. Like maybe you just set them up with this, activate rage, boom, send them all scatter and they all get ringed out. But I'm not doing this in today's run. Today's run is purely the Blade of Olympus on its own. And on its own, if you want to just use it alone, you can have some setups where you knock back enemies and such. But it's mostly for the purpose of damage. That's why you want to have it active. Let's go. I know you love DMC5, it's okay. You don't need to be ashamed. Yeah, Danter. Don't be ashamed. You from DBZ. The city of Olympia is my favorite section. Lately, Tartarus has been going up against it since... Look, Tartarus is very, very good of a section. The whole thing. Like, it rivals the city of Olympia in a very good way. Like, you have the Centaur encounter first. You have the Centaur encounter, then the double Chimera, then the Tartarus encounters before making it to Chronos. This is what I said by doing something effective with it and turning it off. He used his hands. Restart. Now I know what to do against this guy. Not today, Sony. Die. Die, please. Wall splat. Thanks for the assist. Boom. Let's go fight the Chimera. God of War 3 with its lame ass encounters, spicing up the creativity just by using different enemy combinations. Lame ass encounters. I come from the supreme holy land of Musa. Oh, Egypt. Egypt mythology when? Get out of here. Get out of here, thank you. I mean, get out of, get out of. Causes a knockback to a wall splat. Just wow. I say lame, not boring. Lame and clear. Well, define lame. Because lame means poor or bad. Or, you know, just bad. I don't know. That's how I interpret the word. Because God of War 3 for me is like the best encounters out of the series. Like when it comes to consistency in the encounters. They're all so very good. It is my favorite when it comes to encounters as a whole. Like if we're talking one encounter that might be supreme to a lot of encounters in God of War 3, of course the Loom Chamber. We have that. Boom. For some reason the raise didn't get activated. Decapitate Helios. My dad's family is from Alexandria. Giga Slayer is pronounced Kratos. Good means power, and he is the one who is the police officer of Greece. The police officer, yes. I love this. So using the Zeus Eagle, you can really make the Blade of Olympus just a secondary. Out of all the weapons you have, add this to the mix, the ultimate secondary, I guess. I don't know. Just having a full walkthrough where you can access the Blade of Olympus infinitely. And the devs knew. They were like, let's add this artifact. Maybe they want to use the Blade of Olympus all throughout. God of War had traps and moving floors and crushers. And 2 floors you can switch up between or managing resources. It's a matter of taste, Dante. Like, I love these encounters. But I feel like as a whole, God of War 3. Like the spike box that spins. The gauntlet at the end. Double Chimera with spots around. These encounters with a bunch of ring out spots in it. It's a matter of taste. The Centaur General in Tartarus. It's never a matter of this is objectively better than this. God of War 1 has this many. Like when the intent in God of War 3 is not the same as God of War 1, I can't just come over here and say God of War 1 is better because it has moving traps, this, that, yada yada. Boom. Beep. Bring all of them out. It's a lovely tool, as I said, activated for effective spots rather than, you know, going this on an enemy. Use it for like a ring out or something. Also, watch me use half collisions in here. Blade of Olympus only run? Yes. Watch me use half collisions, bro. See that? Now the collisions might not scale in God of War 3. But simply put, when there's a lot of enemies flying towards each other, ain't no such thing as, oh, the collisions are weak. Now, boom. Boom. Let's go. Time for some dark comedy. Hey, LMAO. God of War 3 is just encounters with the occasional ring out spots. The only spicy encounter I can think of is a spike room. Or having Helios as a hazard. I don't know how you say that's the only spicy encounter when there's Chronos in the game. But as I said, different taste, different folk, different strokes. Like the other day you said something about how can you look at these collisions and say God of War 3 is the best. And my thing with collisions is that it's a game mechanic. It's not the be all end all. Again, if the game has scaling collisions, that doesn't instantly make it the best thing in the world for me. It's a very neat mechanic. Collisions scaling with difficulty. But as I said, it's not the be all end all. There's a lot more to God of War than just collisions. Although they are very nice and neat. But as I said, different taste. Like for you, the collisions just boost God of War way too high in your God of War list. For me, they don't. They're a game mechanic. Very neat, but as I said, not the be all end all. Boom. 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 So it mostly comes back to it being a taste thing. Like, do I enjoy the hell out of God of War 1's encounters and how weird they are with a lot of stage hazards and traps and all that? Yes. But what do I prefer more, that or God of War 3? Definitely God of War 3. See, what I'm doing right now can all be done without Zeus Eagle. But it's just the sad part is that it's gonna have to come to an end, you know, without Zeus Eagle. In here, I still have it active. Like, look, how odd is this? Collision kills in God of War 3. Granted, it's not just the collision, it's the shockwave, but I'll dive deeper into how good all of this is, what you're seeing right now, in the comparison. Simply put, this is not just good for canceling. It's good for its hit properties. Owing to what? The rage mode. It being a rage mode just gives it these types of powers. Like if it wasn't a rage mode, it wouldn't have had Kratos just attacking fools while running towards them. Like look at this. It interrupts their attacks even. This deals damage as well. Like I just killed that guy. This is the definition of doing a 360 stinger on an enemy in Devil May Cry 4. The collision talk isn't a trolling matter? Now, I thought you were serious when you said, how can you look at God of War 2's collisions and still prefer 3? Collisions are just a mechanic out of many mechanics or, you know, moves or things you can do in God of War. It's just one thing out of many.
If you wish to repay me, Tell me where I can find the flame of Olympus.
Flame? You will never defeat Zeus, Spartan.
If tonight nothing goes wrong with my camera and I get to record my thoughts about God of War 3 in general,
Of all the lives you should worry about.
I should touch on what I really like about God of War 3, what makes it stand out compared to other God of Wars. Like, if I'm just casually talking about it right now, I can bring up some things that I can think of on top of my head, but when I'm actually recording a script, not a script, when I'm actually rambling about it with the intent of rambling about it, it has superior attack properties of a rage, but not the superior damage, conflicting. Yes, very odd. I'll touch on the comparison. But anyways, if I can touch on some things off the top of my head right now, it would be purely the encounters and how much I prefer them over any other God of War game. Like, as a whole bunch, the encounters is just what I prefer so much. The double chimera, the spike box, the gauntlet at the end, the city of Olympia in its entirety, Kronos, the entire section, the HCB, some stuff like Hades, for example, which is a boss, but it still stands. The encounters is one point. Second is the weapons. Now, my favorite for a while has been the Spear of Destiny. That might change in a couple of days, I don't know, when I make a weapons tier list again, or maybe a ranking. But the weapons as a whole and the synergy that I prefer is God of War 3. Like, the Nemean Cestus, the Claws of Hades, the Nemesis Whip, the Bow of Apollo, and finally, of course, the main, the Blades of Egiseiru. Collision Talk is trolling. I love it, but God of War 3 has other stuff to compensate for it not being there. God of War 3 grabs are still lovely. God of War 1 talk about it being more spicy as deadass. As I said, the whole spicy encounters thing is a taste thing. You prefer those types of encounters over encounters like God of War 3. It's totally fine. But anyways, that's on a basic level. Yo, I love the weapons more, right? But there's also what the weapons do that I prefer more. Like the combat grapple, for example. Or the soul summon system. Like, I can touch on this all day. And especially with the Blaze of Exile, my favorite thing, the combat grapple. Ever since day one when I saw it in the trailer. And then when I saw it in gameplay being actually done with the demo and all that. I instantly got hooked. Like, the combat grapple is so good. It being available at level 1 is just adds more to the spice. Like, having a special attack at level 1 is truly something that I never thought I would see back in the day. It totally took me by surprise in God of War 3 to realize that, hey, this thing is available at level 1. But anyways, like, God of War 3 goes way further than your casual talk about God of War. Obviously ring outs, obviously resource management, yada yada, we know all that. I'm talking deep stuff like just the simple fact that wall splats exist. Or, you know, the ride mechanic. Or the grabs in general in God of War 3. Or the battering ram. Like, you don't know how much I like the battering ram. Like, it's a very nice compensation for full collisions and half collisions and whatnot. At least in my opinion. Since they took away your scaling collisions, they gave you something in return. Anyways, other things like the meter, you know, the items meter, just basically this. Just working so well with the bow. Like, I can go literally all day on why I prefer God of War 3 over any other game. So talk like spicing encounters or collisions or whatnot is very important, but not for me. Like, God of War 2, believe it or not, for how good the encounters are, for how good the whole game as a full package is not my... I wouldn't say it's my number... Hold on, let's try some... Yeah, whatever. I'm gonna keep it to you. You show it, Danter. Danter. God of War 2, for how amazing everything works together, is not my favorite when it comes to encounter-wise. The encounters can, in a way, feel way too linear when compared to God of War 1 and God of War 3. Like, do you have a lot of options? Sure, but I can't really put it to worse right now. They feel way too linear. You have options still, but nothing much you can do when a Cyclops is trying to clap you in that one place before the Barbarian King. Like, I can bring a lot of examples on a script, again. It's just not my favorite encounter-wise. Like, this is mostly why it switches between God of War 1 and 2 for me, and which is my favorite.
It's getting close.
Like, 1 has something to its encounters. Very, very nice.
But you're the only one who can. I know it.
Like, openness, more ring out spots. God of War 1, I think, has the most ring out spots. It's either God of War 1 or God of War 3. God of War 2 doesn't have as much ring out spots. Like, a lot more invisible walls. Something that I hate. Invisible walls should literally never exist. Like, you're blocking the player. Some encounters I get it. Like the... What a death. Oh my heart. Some encounters I get it. Encounters like the Atlas lift. If that encounter allowed ring outs, it would be trivialized in a second. It wouldn't feel like a challenging actual encounter. Now the thing with these guys is that we can't really ring them out unless I try this spot right here. Which, you know, we usually ring them out with the combat grapple. But I'm better off attacking them like this. Until they go on the ground like fucking idiots. Ah, I thought the wall splat would keep this rate upwards. Come on. I don't think you can deal damage to it while it's trying to get out. Like, if you get a sneak attack in while it's trying to get out, yeah, it doesn't deal damage. The blade connects, but it does not deal damage. Demo's death was emotional, as Captain Cuba says. Kratos literally goes Super Saiyan. Let's go. God of War 1 are non-linear in the literal sense. God of War 3 are non-linear in approach. I get the God of War 2 critique about fights feeling linear. Collision scaling plays a role in that, you know. Being the most optimal. Yeah. Like, I'm just saying, God of War 2 gives more options, correct? Yet somehow it still feels like God of War 1 has more options to approaching something. Get out, please. This encounter is gonna take long. I can already feel it. Or maybe not. Is it out? No, it's not out. Now it's out. Did I mention the Inferno mechanic in God of War 3? That also boosts it up pretty high. Like, the thing with the God of War 3 is that it gives you a whole lot of options. Like, you don't know, sometimes you get overwhelmed not knowing what to do. Sometimes you forget you have things. Sometimes, man, I've seen myself in a lot of encounters figuring out something that I've had for a while. Like, oh, I could have just used this. It launches them. Which sometimes I just watch other players try some stuff and I just cling onto it in my next walkthrough. It creates a whole dynamic of a move that I basically neglected. Like the Rage of Sparta prior to now, prior to the, you know, after the Oko started using it a lot more, it was neglected by me. Now that I'm diving into a comparison that I'm trying to make, I'm using the Blade of Olympus a lot more, experimenting with it. It's the same with the Soul Summon. You have no idea how deep and nice this whole Soul Summon system is. It's very, very, very nice. Like, I shape my entire vanilla runs nowadays just because I know how to do good with the Soul Summon. I shaped my entire way of getting Phoenix Feathers just because of that magic comparison video that I made. It changes more and more the more I play this game. Or it happens with other games too. Like, imagine how much my playstyle changed in God of War 2 when I learned about alternate Orion's Harpoon. It's just something else. Imagine how much your playstyle changed when you learned about the home run technique in God of War 1. Or just some technique that you used to not use a lot. You suddenly start using it and figuring out that it has literally gold in it. Very, very good. I saw God of War 3 ending for the first time. I was happy that Great... I'm dead? Oh, not dead. Happy that Great did something good in the end, but I was sad that it was over. God of War 4 comes out, and then I was sadder. Wow. It's an approach thing, and taste plays a role in picking which one vibes with you. Giving Kratos the ability to undig wraiths is cool, but not being able to undig them is also cool. You feel me? Of course. It is a taste thing. No doubt. Look at this nice platforming right here. Too bad the game doesn't stick with this nice challenging God of War 1-esque platforming for some reason. Like, look at this. This is taking the Atlas boulders thing to a whole new level, where you have to actually dodge in real time. It feels like an encounter. You gotta dodge and not take a hit. I've failed some Okos in here, man. Let me tell you. I failed an Oko everywhere. What am I saying? God of War 2 have more boss fights than God of War 3. Helios, Hermes, and Kronos aren't boss. I mean, more bosses, yes. Like, the bosses in general in God of War 2 are also really cool. Like, speaking of the taste thing that Dante just brought up, look at Scorpius. I officially acknowledge that he is a shitty boss with bad things going on with it, bad design. But I love fighting Scorpius nowadays. Like, getting to him, he switches up the whole thing. You suddenly start taking the game seriously no matter the challenge run that you're doing. It's a lot of managing, a lot of spice, as Dante likes to say. And you suddenly start liking the whole segment when you fight him. It's a very twisted type of, yo, I like this segment. Because it's a generally flawed boss with shitty shitboxes and what else can I say? Like bad grabs and all that, the foul tip. But when you learn to master the game and get around these things, you start liking it. Wall and rope combat are let down in 3, and it's not a matter of taste. 3 has the best and most complex wall and rope combat. Yet what do we get? Nothing. I wouldn't say nothing. I would not truly say nothing. I mean, Chronos showcases a lot of wall combat. The first Hippocampus showcases a lot of wall combat. This platforming showcases a lot of wall combat. You get your fair share of wall combat in God of War. Not as much as God of War 1, granted. Not as long as God of War 1 neither. But it's just a whole different approach. At least they didn't ditch it. Imagine if they ditched it. God of War 1's wall combat comes from how limited and how powerless you are compared to the enemy. In here, it comes from basically how deep everything is, even on the wall combat. So I wouldn't say nothing. It gives you a whole lot of wall combat, more than what you would want. Like a boss fight has wall combat. You can use wall combat on the last Poseidon fight as a punish. There's Chronos that utilizes wall combat to its fullest. There is that segment that we just went through as a platforming segment that also utilizes wall combat. You're kind of forgetting that God of War 3 gives a lot of wall combat. Now, rope combat is a whole other thing. Rope combat got kind of neglected after God of War 1. Rope combat was even a highlight for some of the combat segments in God of War 1. You know, returning with Medusa's gaze and all that. What's your favorite boss fight in the franchise except the Fates? Hades from God of War 3. Now we wait. Ah, man, I failed. Even the magic attack doesn't stop them. And now, sir, get out. Get out. And get out. This is what I mean. The rage having all the hit properties is both a blessing for the the blade having all the pros that it has is owing to the rage mode, but it's the same with the cons as well. It runs out fast. So your approach is to use it for effective spots. Spots that you know you can do something very effective with one activation. Like you do a little something like this, activate it, boom. But in a much better situation where you can actually ring out enemies. And speaking of spice, look at this encounter, Dante. It's the best protection mission of all time. Such a long gauntlet. That's how it feels. Let's get rid of these archers. Boom. Battering ram, the best thing in life. As said before, God of War 3 didn't snatch away my lovely full collisions and didn't give me anything back. It kept something in replacement, which is the battering ram. And that's only the grabs. Like, we're not even talking about the more damaging tools, you know, more viable tools that you can use for everything, not just just focus. Okay, that's 1 out. That's 2 out, hopefully. So like, I'm using the blade for a purpose other than what it was set out to be, basically, which was to damage fools. I'm not using it to damage enemies. I'm using it to ring out enemies. This is another spicy encounter. It may have fewer ones compared to 1, but it's still a God of War game. Because it's a protection mission with a big arena. It has ring outs and out of reach archers. Doesn't get better than this. Yes. Hold on, this. I just got a phone call. Just a sec.
Look who it is! Kratos, the ghost of Sparta. The fallen god. The cursed mortal.
To catch a fly from the ass of Zeus is not worth my time, Hermes.
A coward's words, Kratos. You don't try to catch me because you know you can't. Kratos, where are you off to today? Kill any family members lately? Oh, that's right. You're off to kill your father, Zeus. Won't happen.
Can't happen.
Kratos is on a fool's errand.
Again.
Never, never learn. Never, never change. Kratos, the fool who killed his own
If they
blood.
did remake,
Kratos,
do you want to
fool
see
among
changes like
mortals
Resident
and
Evil remake or
gods,
remake like
forever,
Last of
ever
Us 1?
cursed, forever, ever
With
doomed,
only increasing
consumed
graphics? I want it only
by
increasing
vengeance to
graphics.
his last
So basically a
breath.
remaster.
The Spartan lights the way to dusty death.
Sorry guys, my chat was glitched. LMFAO. Lumfao is what I'd like to call that. He's calling John Kratos. To catch a fly from the ass of Zeus is not worth my riz. To catch some edging streak from the ass of Zeus is not worth my time. God of War 2018 dumbed down the gameplay while upgrading the graphics. I would have much preferred if they had kept the original action-packed formula since it worked so well. They needed to change it, man. Like, I'm kind of thinking about it right now. Right now, after seeing it, of course I can make the argument. They should have kept the same formula, they should have that, they should have that. The original formula is better. I prefer the original formula by a mile. But look, sometimes change is necessary. I still absolutely despise some of the game design decisions. Like, that's not excusable. I'll never excuse that. This is my favorite painting. Look at this. The 3 judges in the underworld. This city. And this all connected by one chain. Then comes the caverns. Then comes the Mount Olympus. Anyways, change needs to happen one way or another. Corey is a genius for taking the formula like that. Like it or not, it hella made God of War more popular, worked for business. In the process, you sacrifice great game design, but then again, it is what it is. These games will do me for the rest of my life. Like, I'm fine. I still prefer these over the new formula, but change needs to happen. Like it or not.
Pandora's box.
It happens, actually, like it or not. Change needs to be for the better. Look, change, when you try to change something, you don't really know if it's gonna stick with people or not. You change it, and it fits for some people. It doesn't fit for a lot of people. Name one thing in your life that hasn't changed. The world would be a better place if people said 1v1 on God of War Ascension. That would be awesome. The thing about change is that it happens, then we get the results. That people like it, that people hate it. Like, I hate God of War 4 for total different reasons than I used to before. Like, right now, I just hate the game design. Being all walkie-talkie and all that. But it's not a huge critique now, since there's a bigger beast like Ragnarok around the corner. But then again, it gave me Valhalla, so I never have to complain again. How can I play God of War 1 2 right now? My PS2 was broken, but I want to play so bad. Man, I'm sorry. I hope you get some way to play it. So you say no jump? Look, the whole jumping thing. God of War 4. It's not like you would add a jump button and everything would be assured to be 10 billion times better. Like, God of War 4's combat is a lot more than just jump, but it is flawed in some ways. Change is on a scale, though. The change God of War got is not the same change DMC received. Yes, but I'm just saying, change happens. Whether you like it or not, whether you accept it or not, change just happens. Things just change. You can critique it all you want after it changed, but don't say things never changed, things shouldn't have changed. You can only have that argument after something had changed. Like, name one thing in your life that haven't changed. What? For me, everything has changed in life. My favorite franchise, God of War, changed. Dragon Ball. Look at Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z, and Dragon Ball Super. All three are different.
You may have brute force, but you lack speed.
What else? Hip-hop. Rap has changed. The whole rap game changed. Music is not banging like it used to before. You know, songs. Like, I can go all day on things that have changed. Devil May Cry changed. Devil May Cry 1 is nothing like Devil May Cry 4 or 5. That's just a fact.
You've been lucky in battle, Spartan.
But you're lacking today. Starts running away. Like, what if I don't chase him now? They need to change, but they would have succeeded with any formula. If the game is good, it would succeed regardless because the audience is very wide.
What makes you think
I'm just saying. This idea of it shouldn't have changed is not realistic. I'm all for old God of War. I'm all for this old formula. But sometimes, like I used to be so aggressive before saying it shouldn't have changed and all that. But acceptance just needs to happen at one point. Here's another case of neat wall climbing. I wish it had more of this in this specific Hermes chase sequence, rather than a lot of automated spectacle things. Boom. Damn, she died with the wall splash. Awesome. No jump was funny ass troll. Adding it wouldn't fix the game. It's designed with no jumping in mind. Stuff should be judged as they are. Prior biases, taste, and opinion are based. Yes. Games today have little to no memorable music. I would like to disagree. God of War Ragnarok has a lot of bangers. Same with God of War 4. And most of the music being memorable from old games has to do with the time they were out. Like, at the time, back in the day, notice how every music was like loud and ambient like. God, I love this ring out. Did you see that? One flew out this way, one flew out that way, and one went straight to Ohio. That's what I meant. Use the rage for useful things and then turn it off. If they didn't change the formula, there were no God of War after Ascension now. That is basically the truth. Like, I can look at God of War now and picture something in the old formula in a way no one can imagine, but only now. You know, you could imagine great things after God of War 3, but after God of War 3 they decided, let's try to switch up and change a little bit, and they did so with God of War Ascension, and it failed. Not because the idea was to change, but because it was changed poorly. That's simply what it comes down to. Ascension is a change. Ascension is unique. Ascension is very fucking unique, and it's the old formula, and it's unique, right? But the uniqueness of Ascension is poor. That's how I can describe it. Notice Ascension, it has unique music, unique combat, unique vibe throughout the game. Can I catch you guys, please? There you go. It's like magic chest. It's pronounced memorable. You don't spell the O. Memorable? Yeah, I guess. Not changing is its doom. Getting stale is never good for a consumer or the seller. It's just that it got stale for different reasons. It got stale for shitty reasons. Ascension had no story. Ascension's changed. Look at how dynamic it is. Adding multiplayer, changing the combat loop, changing the music vibe, changing the story and game design vibe. That basically what I just named, right? All of these things. Upping the challenge, which upping the challenge can be good. But like all these changes, they weren't executed the best. The multiplayer affected the campaign's balancing, giving us a shitty campaign balancing for the enemies. Like you petrify or freeze an enemy and you legitimately cannot break him. You can break him, but you gotta beat your asshole into it to break one statue. Man, remember fighting this guy with this? So it turns out this was the strategy. I read some of Big V's evaluation. He was like, I didn't mean this. I meant this. This slam actually reaches in a way, in a very twisted way. They really added cutscene skipping and chapter select. Didn't work and they never tried it again. Wowzers. Crazy, right? Session was poor from story writing and action choices. Yes. No thanks, bro. Wow, what a way to pause. I've seen a photo mode that looks really good. It's a little something like this. I saw it on YouTube the other day. It was a little something like this, but much better. Hold on, I think I know what reaches. You want to play the coward game? That's the coward's game. I'm sorry, Hermes, but the idea is not to be faster. Damn, what a takeout. Checking media, takeout. Pictures of me drunk walking out with a bitch. Gears 1 and 2 remakes now. Mr. Right with the entrance.
With honor, and yet you seemed to kill me when I had no way to defend myself. Not fair.
But you have your own sense of honor, right, Kratos? And what has that honor brought you?
Nothing but nightmares of your failure. Today you may defeat me, Kratos.
But in the end, Kratos, in the end, you'll betray only
They were thinking
yourself.
after God over 3 man. Why Ascension after 3? Poor timing. Whoa, I'm not, hold on, I'm sorry, man. Gonna have to censor this. Again, no one knows why they thought what they thought. Like, who thought 2 back-to-back prequels after an ending so anticlimactic like 3 would be a good idea? Who? Literally who? Ascension, they didn't even care that this is a prequel. All they cared about, God of War with multiplayer, yay. Most of the support was for the multiplayer. Ascension flopped because it had cutscene skipping. course. That's why God of War 3 is the most successful Greek game. That's why 2018 sold was, because we can't skip. It all makes sense now. The moment you have a game where you can't skip cutscenes, that's it. That's the best game of all time. Why don't you post God of War Ragnarok content? I mean, I have nothing to showcase. If you're talking about gameplay, I have nothing to showcase. There are behemoths out there way better than me when it comes to gameplay. If I have something to showcase, like a no upgrade run, I would stream it or I would make a video about it. But there is none. Because the games are long, and I'm much more a fan of games that I can replay.
You now wear the boots of Hermes. Use their speed to your advantage.
Wall running. Imagine if this was utilized in combat. How awesome would that be? Or like an actually scaring platforming section. They all died. Ascension is so silent out of combat. As I said, a whole different approach. Boom. Don't get to live. In a lot of ways, a different approach. Like the storytelling. The game, you know, it kept puzzles, but notice the lack of platforming in God of War Ascension. Notice how the wall combat was free movement and it turned into automated, uncharted climbing. A lot of things changed. A wall boss, you say? When did I say wall boss? But if there is a wall boss, it's in God of War 3. Positioning. Go. God of War 2 bosses are awesome and the encounters? Yes, sir. God of War Betrayal is the best game ever. DMC5 is the best game ever. Understandable. Let's pick up this chest and hope that it's a magic chest. Thank you. It's a great thing that the stream stopped lagging. I just had to turn off the internet on my console. I remember playing God of War Betrayal and long car rides. Man, hella same. I used to play it a lot on my phone. I used to play a lot of games on my phone, you know, since my parents wouldn't buy me a console. My start of actually gaming on something that's my own was my phone. It was a Nokia X3. The ones that would slide open. What a phone. The suggestion and the point of the stream are at odds. Suggestion? You don't possibly mean ascension by suggestion. Another similar observation. When you're crowded with Father and 3, you can ram. Rage. Cyclone of Chaos that has a small push at the end. Claws of Hades dominate with each swing. Inferno. So many options, which is fun. 3 is looming with options. Did you just hit me with one of your bows? Don't you know I'm a no damage fanatic or something? I don't know how to pronounce words all of a sudden. This man is rushing with the intent to kill. I love how Ragnarok Valhalla's reveal of the siren is the same as this, except it uses God of War 1's desert siren sound. You just basically hear it before making it to the hallway, then you make it to the hallway here and you hear her. You know what I need? Some magic. Thank you, Wolfsplat. Thanks for the assist. In God of War 1, you get crowded with fathers. Cyclone of Chaos doesn't have that push. It's a death sentence. Plume needs setting up and positioning. Rage doesn't do shit for the crowd. It's also fun. It's just which one you love more as a taste, because both are well designed. It's which combat way you deserve more. Like, I'll ask you, chat, the question right now. Which combat do you prefer? God of War 4 or God of War Ragnarok? I'll instantly understand it if you say God of War 4, and I'll instantly understand it if you say God of War Ragnarok, but I'm pretty sure the majority is gonna go God of War Ragnarok. Which one do you prefer? For me, how awesome God of War Ragnarok's combat is. God of War 4 is still catching up with it. Why? Because it's way more God of War-ish than God of War Ragnarok. You have a lot more traps, like the Temple of Tyr or whatever at the end, near the ending stretch. Full of traps. You should watch my no damage run. Both on the live stream where I first ever got into that encounter, and in my commentary where I perfectly do everything. Or, you know, there's the whole enemy prioritization and a lot more stuff. Traps, you know, things killing enemies. Basically just like God of War 1. That thing in God of War 4 I like. But recently, with the Blade of Olympus being added to the game, with more usage of the spear, with fighting Greek enemies in God of War Ragnarok Valhalla, it used to be God of War 4 for me, but nowadays I'm looking at it and I'm like, Valhalla is just so good. Like having the tombstones around, basically acting like chests. You refill your rage. Rage is a resource to manage once more. A lot of things. God of War 2018 and Raggy combat are the same as 3's combat. To some extent, yes. Ragnarok doesn't have hard combat. I prefer Trashnarok. Raggy is way better than 2018. Ragnarok, I love weapons plus Blade of Olympus. See, a lot of you guys are saying Ragnarok. But when Dante says 2018, I see where he's coming from and what he means by that. This minigame is so goofy. It's lovely. Have you played Guitar Hero, Mr. Wright? Hell of a game. How do you play God of War Betrayal on Android? You gotta get some Java stuff ready. Because the game is by Java. You gotta get an emulator for Java. It's easy, just search it up on YouTube. The whole God of War 2018 being like God of War 1 Dante is like... Bomb. That was a nice one. I forgot that I can just go ham with the rage. Say 2018 over Raggy, just like I say 1 over 3. Same reasons. Understandable. What does Gears 4 have to do with Trashnarok? Who said Gears 4 right? In 2018 you get to punch motherfuckers. See, there's also that some people might prefer. The whole argument of movesets. Like some people prefer 2018's moveset for every weapon over the Ragnarok moveset. But then again, I'd like to argue that Ragnarok brought a compensation for everything it took away. Like God of War Ragnarok does not have the pause attacks with the blade, but it brought whiplash. Flame whiplash. God of War Ragnarok might not have what was it? Some stuff are missing, like the thing where you punch agile strike. Ragnarok doesn't have it. But it did bring in faster movements into the game as a compensation. Notice how the forward attacks are so much faster. You can like loop them as much as you can. Sprint R1 with the axe, then dodge forward, sprint again, and R1. You can instantly cancel it. Unlike 2018 where you couldn't do that. Or like sprinting in R1 with the blades. There's a lot of things that move you forward. And recently with Blade of Olympus being added, your movement in Ragnarok is insane. It's just like the old games all of a sudden. God of War Greek collection incoming on PS5. I've heard that they're working on emulators rather than just, I don't know, like maybe a whole ass PS2 emulator on the PS5, or maybe an official emulator. Imagine how much that would break the world of the internet. And what's wrong with the textures here? They're for some reason broken. This is ugly. What's this? What's that, brother? Where's my paintings? Paintings. Painting. What's that, brother? Ugh. I'm not letting go of this wraith, fam. Until it's dead. Ah, man. I capitalized on a place where the wall splats kept coming and coming. I don't care how much damage I take, as long as I took y'all with me. I thought that brings him out. Anything, man. Anything that brings him out, please. This spot, this corner right here, has 2 wall splats. One that happens here, one that happens here. So the Wraith kept getting knocked back into the wall. Pretty good. That was interesting. I actually got off from making something from yesterday. I want someone to buy me a PS5 just so I can play God of War Ragnarok and Valhalla. I wish this was Mr. Beast's channel right now, right? Have you played GTA 5? Of course. Finished it multiple times. Imagine how much, yeah, let's come back to the emulator talk. Imagine how much that would break the world of gaming. Every company seems to go after emulators. All of a sudden, Sony just makes an official emulator. But anyways. Bravo! Bravo! Our hero has arrived. Applause for another bastard child of Zeus. Just in time for the final act. Hera. You look terrible, dear. Still wanting to kill my husband, I suppose? You know I seek revenge on Zeus. Can't say that I blame you. Since you killed my son Ares, fear of you consumes him. His fears will not matter when he's dead. I'll drink to that. Hera, I seek the child Pandora. Pandora, that wretched little thing my son Hephaestus created? Well, we can't have you do that, my dear. Destroy him. Hokaim. Hokaishindo. Imagine she says like that. Boom. Boom. Bam. Boom. Hello.
Hello, brother.
This is not between us, Hercules. Isn't it?
Isn't it?
You were always Zeus's favorite. The air on Olympus affects your thinking, brother. Zeus has no favorites. Think about it, brother. While I was stuck cleaning the Ocean stables, he chose you to destroy Ares. Not convinced. How about this? While you were being crowned the god of war, I was sent to find an apple. They called them labors. Ha! Perhaps he did allow me to disbelieve you in line, but he made your name known amongst the people. A fierce warrior, a killer made hero, a man made a god.
But this time, brother,
This
this time I will destroy you.
Call it my 13th and final labor. Soon I will become the god of war and claim the throne for myself. You aspire to be an Olympian, yet their reign is ending, Hercules.
We'll see about that. The god of war throne will be mine.
Kill the bastard!
Fire! Fight for the glory of Zeus.
sign the contract, big boy!
Do you see how he trembles? The god.
Hold on, I want to try something. The hype is over. Let's sit down. I usually fuck his face in. Yo, Big V is here. Welcome. I usually fuck his face in, but right now there's something to try. Is it done? The other day, Dante's found something where he skips this whole phase. And I tried it and it worked for me too. It has to do with the gate behind him. I swear, it happened to me too. Didn't work even with the max amount of wall splats. It doesn't want to happen, whatever. Nice side steps, big boy. You chose the worst day. Should have done this in God of War 2. I had my marbles back then. Yada yada. You've heard these same words uttered by me 50 other times. Oh! Ha! Mr. Censorship over here. Pauses at the exact frame where this man gets his face punched in. I already finished Apollo Blades of... Oh my god! If I hear Apollo Pain Plus one more time... And there goes the power. So in other words, yes.
Kratos, you now possess the Nemean Cestus.
The Nemean
Use
Zestus.
their strength to make the very earth tremble.
Apollo Pain Plus. What? Little business. I don't know why I'm laughing at that so hard. Nemean Zestus? I just hope we make it to the next manual save. So I can at least turn off the PS5 for a little bit, then turn it back on. Did you end your edging streak? Yeah, oh, yeah, man. Sad. If Dimitri mentions Apollo Pain Plus, he gets 1 minute timeout. Let's go. Apollo Pain Plus. Stop. I will literally drown myself. Skibbity Hercules. Nah. This ain't gonna be another brain rot stream. Swear to God. By the way, have you guys noticed that Kratos does make the same like God of War 1 and 2? Except it's way too muffled. aka realistic. Listen. In case you didn't hear it, let's do it one more time. Hold on, how can I don't know, turn off everything, turn off sound effects. And he doesn't make it. What the hell is it then? Hold on. Anyways, just listen. There you go. I found out about this the other day. It's the thing that since this is a PS3 era game, it doesn't have to make every sound loud. Like, I think Dante made a video about his sound design critique of, you know, current games. This is gonna go into I God of War 3 as the GOAT? Yes. It goes into everything. Everything makes this game the best. The slightest of footsteps make it the best. But not for real. Listen carefully to the sound of the jump.
Free me!
Shut up! See? Very slight sound. Since it doesn't have to adjust to surround sound at the time with PS2, where everything is loud. Every fucking thing is loud. Basically, every music you remember from the old days had a flute type of feel to it.
Please. No. I do not need your
Every ambient was kind of layered with instruments so that you can hear it. The speakers at the time, am I right? See, limited technology just crafting the best things into existence. Limited technology created art style in gaming. Same with kicking the box, because he only makes the charging cry, but never the release on either the box punch or the water dive. That's all other thing. That's the deaths not including the thingy. I'm a changed man. See, I'm telling you facts about this game you never thought of. Perspiration things. Restriction,
Lord
like
Grace,
necessity,
no.
breeds creativity. Yes!
Please, leave me be. I beg
Exactly
you.
that.
Show mercy.
Do you dabble in Souls-like since they are very gamey games? My problem is that I've only replayed Bloodborne and Sekiro a lot. Never Dark Souls 3. I've never replayed these as much as Bloodborne and Sekiro. Especially Sekiro.
Get away.
Show her to me. I can't. I can't. Oh, I forgot that this was supposed to be a Blade of Olympus only run. Oopsie! Move your tongue. I mean, shut your tongue. Bloodborne is my favorite from those games. Understandable. Oof. Don't do cyclonic attacks, you asshole. Man, straight to the jaw. Oof. 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 Taking them to the face. This is offending the no damage, whatever. The no damage crowd, I was about to say. Move your tongue. Spam Apollo Pain Plus in the chat. If I hear it one more time, I'm nuking this stream. Spam Apollo Pain Plus. I'll report you. Yes, please. Go. I have a special surprise at the end. Not this day, bitch. You can cancel square attacks at literally any moment with literally anything. Shut your tongue. Apollo Edge Plus. Okay, that's allowed, you know? I left my last edging streak on Apollo. Hopefully this serves as... This is not about the guy that got reported. It's about setting an example. We don't want to hear that. It's pure dark comedy that I'm gonna laugh at later. Here we see Zesty live playing the worst God of War of the trilogy. Yes, it's its 14th birthday.
Kratos,
Yeah, you got something to say?
Tell me where you are.
Local god-awful 3 streamer threatens viewers for saying Apollo Pain Plus. Find the labyrinth.
Help! Help, Kratos!
Jason, ayo.
Pandora, what's happened?
I do.
Where are you?
My son.
Oi, John. How's Souls treating you? Slay Penis Killer is named John. How gay can you get? Did you see the post I made about this skin? The Griffith wannabe? What? What post? Oh man, my eyes. That's what we want to hear, baby. Let's just shut down everything since the music in here is copyrighted. We don't want to get copyrighted. We want the awesome Aphrodite music to play. I'm gonna try my best to not look at this screen or not listen to anything. Hell, we don't need to look at this. I'm just gonna interact with the chat. So, how are you guys doing? Donovan did nothing wrong. Honestly, Big V, honest to God, he did. You were expecting me to agree? Who even uses X? I do. If I wasn't a YouTuber that has to announce what he's gonna do next, I swear to God I wouldn't use Twitter. Like, look, Twitter is the worst place of all time. Of all time. Especially like in nowadays climate where you enter and it's an OnlyFans ad under every fucking tweet. Some news, some videos are very funny and nice that I share them with my friends. But Other than that, you enter, even those funny ones, you enter and you see, you just get flashed with like an asshole or something. If someone is a porn addict, I'm not. I mean, you really. If a porn addict guy actually has Twitter, God bless his soul, because he's not making it past hell. Everything is porn on Twitter. Everything. Under every post, you'll find something. It's not it's horrible. That's what I'm trying to say. It's worse than the actual porn sites. So if someone is actually addicted or anything, I understand you on your journey to quit. But a journey starts with a big step. That big step is deleting Twitter. Twitter, I would never use it if I wasn't a YouTuber that has to announce things. Sure, the videos are funny and all that, but that comes with the territory. I don't even need it to follow my... Like, YouTube has communities.
Tell me.
Community posts. Those are very, very good. You guys have seen me community post a lot. It is the internet. You think YouTube is different? YouTube is different. It's certainly different. It's not the same. It's not the same. You haven't seen Twitter, Big V. Yeah, you have not. Don't need to see it. I just explained it to you. Zesty have OnlyFans conformed. I only do edging streaks on my OnlyFans. I have done you no wrong, Skibbity. I never used no Twitter before in my life. Good, Sig. You're officially, objectively better than me, in a way. You might be better than me in a lot of ways, but just the simple fact that you don't use Twitter makes you a better human being than me. It's not just Twitter though. Twitter shows straight up nudity. However, other sites use the teasing method, which is even worse. Is it worse, Dante? It's not worse. It's not worse. It's teasing on Twitter and nudity on Twitter and actual porn on Twitter. And that's your average social media. And Twitter is planning to be a video first platform now. Imagine my live streams on Twitter. It is absolutely just Twitter. You don't get this type of nudity and porn and teasing and OnlyFans models and all that on Instagram or Facebook or YouTube or whatever. Never use anything besides YouTube. Take a look around, and I have seen many things. But I know. Look, I know what you're talking about, Big B. There are horrible thumbnails that you can find on YouTube right now. Just type a question mark in the search bar. You'll get some results that... Wow, right? I'm still standing by and saying Twitter is worse and it's different. It's the most different social media. If you count Reddit, then of course Reddit. Reddit is everything. Like, I deleted Reddit. Reddit, I was like, I'm only entering this to, and all that's getting recommended is sex stories and, oh, they're all lies, by the way. Weird shenanigans. There's a community for everything. There's a Rule 34 in the front page for everything, you know. Reddit, I decided to delete. I was like, fuck this. This is just porn at this point. Twitter, though, I can't delete it. I have to interact with a portion of the community, my community. I have to interact with my fans. I have to interact with the community as a whole of God of War, in a way. I'm like the Sound of Reason, me and some other warriors on Twitter. We know it means nothing, but we still remind people from time to time. Reddit is okay for news and rumors. You damn well know that's not true. Literally, Twitter and Reddit... Actually, you're right. You're very right. But Reddit just brings on a whole lot more of hurting to your mental state. With all the nudity and everything, basically everything. I don't know where to begin. Now I guess this is my second favorite section in the game nowadays. The city is still superior by a little bit, but Tartarus... all the way from the star right here where we fight the centaur, and then double chimera, and then the Tartarus encounters, and then the Chronos level, all the way. What a segment. Look at this place, and it even looks beautiful, just like the city. Thumbnails I'm using. Worse, that's a different matter. Only in terms of overt pornography prevalence. That's how your mind works. Straight up nudity is bad, but when it's teasing, your mind does the rest, which can last even after closing the app. I'm telling you, Dante, Twitter is teasing and nudity. All the sorts. Reddit is just, you search for what you're looking for, right? In Reddit, you search for something. That's how you get the results. You search for a community of, I don't know, offers of balls. There's an offers of balls community, I believe. There should be if there isn't. This thing is top-notch for crowd control. That's a spoiler from my comparison video. This is the best crowd controlling blade after the... Okay, I'm not gonna spoil. I don't want to spoil any further. Let's just wait for the big project. Owing to it being a rage mode, it obviously has the best hit properties against every enemy. The best hit properties, I'm telling you. Interruption, splash attacks, community of softies that can't handle disagreement. Reddit or Twitter? Or both, you mean? Reddit was a bot farm before it was cool. It was a bot farm, then it was cool, then now, again, it's being roasted. Like, Dante is your average Redditor. There, I just insulted Dante. Just yapping. How would I know? I don't have a Twitter or Reddit or Insta. See, Dante? I'm telling you, man. Look at this encounter. One of my all-time favorite encounters. 2 Chimera bosses. Mini bosses, sorry. What a fight. Always, always, always fun. I don't know how this glitch happened where the whole box gets shown. Look at this. This is beautiful. I'm back, boys. Welcome. It depends if you are very liberal Muslim like me or like them weird son. What is that? Can't pronounce it. Don't want to mispronounce it. The hands of the mods could not hold me for long. Wait, you left because you got timed out? Don't ever insult a Greek again. I won't commit any more Apollo Pain Plus crimes anymore, Dante. Forgive me. Did somebody say Apollo Pain Plus? What part of don't say Apollo Pain Plus do you not understand? I got muted by the mods of Olympus. Mods of Chaos. Dude, that sounds like such a slick name. Please jump. Please jump. Tell them Athenians are a bunch of Canaanites. They'll love it. Tell Greeks that? I don't know what's the lore behind that though. Forgive me, Zesty, I meant Apollo Edge Plus. Oh, okay. The sins of the father and the sins of the grandfather are forgiven. I went to God of War 2 on a PS2 because it's not on PS4, but when I was in the part of Atlas and Chinese, it crashes always, and I tried everything to fix, nothing worked. Sounds like a nice freestyle. I wanted the God of War 2 on PS2 because it's not on PS4, but when I was in the part of Atlas and Chinese, it crashes always, and I tried everything it fixes, nothing works. Where exactly does it crash? Put aside me being an asshole, I want to help. Look at how beautiful this place is. He's the founder of the Athens and Attica. I'll forget that in 10 seconds. Oh, I know what to do. Hold on. Dun, 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 dun. Oh! He's being possessed. Let's go. Follow me, fellas. I got the right gift for you. Bro's feast on the man's misery. I'm just playing. Damn, look at all that. Look at these guys. Come on. Can they grab me when I'm up here? Ah, man, it's so satisfying. I'm gonna try to demonstrate it better. Hold on a second. That was trashy. There. This is what I meant when I said use the Blade of Olympus in effective spots. That could have been way more satisfying than just that. Hold on, I want to actually try it again. I want to ring out a whole lot of them with one attack. The normal size corners would look like the evil uncle. We all know an evil uncle, huh? We've all had bad winters. evil uncles, and the best God of War experience in God of War 3, making it the best game of all time, objectively. You know, the sound of the Golden Fleece in here is very nice. It's just that when stood up against a behemoth like the God of War 2 Golden Fleece, that's when it kind of feels. God of War 2 is so satisfying. Knowing Zesty and his intimate relationship with God of War 3. Bobby forgot he's fasting and that iftar is close. Oh my god, 10 minutes. Or 15 minutes actually. Hold on, lads. I'm reading this book. Oh, they don't attack. Are they all gathered up though? And the details on the scale. Oh, yo. I never paid attention. Oof. I love that attack. Hold on. You'll get your turn. Look at how this filter makes everything look like what am I looking at? What is this? Actually, I'm not gonna fight Kronos. I'm gonna end the stream right now and I'm gonna start later. Zesty, go pray or something. I prayed. Mosh pit with Blade of Olympus reminds me of God of War 1 with the prom stuff for iframes, the aggro. I never thought about it. Was I taking damage back there? Hold on. Let's try this one more time. Do you take damage? Oh my god. I'm about to go. We're back to full health. Do you or do you not take damage when this guy swings? Look at the tricking! The tricking in God of War 3 got this covered! No tricking? What's that, John? I can't hear you. Look, look. Damn straight. Ouch. Okay, let's go. Bro's addicted. At this point, come on. I'm gonna resume the stream in a couple of minutes and hours, and I don't know. Apollo Pain Plus, please, not at the end of the stream. Why is he calling Kratos by his first name? Johnny Crate, our hero. He would never use a woman as a doorstop for no damn reason. Awesome. Another thing for him to dick ride. Yes! You can trick in God of War 3. Guys, I'm gonna start the stream in 40 minutes, okay? I'm not leaving the stream on like this. I'll end this stream, start another one, alright? See you guys in like 40 minutes. Because I want to speedrun the game from here on so that Captain Cuba can start his stream without my dumbass stream in the way. So goodbye, lads.